Welcome to the English module. Today we are going to talk about pronunciation versus spelling. Here are our learning objectives. The participant will be able to understand the differences between pronunciation and spelling, analyze homophones and the English language, and apply English homophones correctly. Alright, one aspect of spelling are called homophones. These are words that sound alike but are spelled differently and have different meanings. Look at the following example. Flea and flee, well, both actually with the same pronunciation, with different spelling and different meanings. So flee is a tiny animal and to flee is the verb to run away from a place or situation of danger. Here are a couple of examples: sight, sail, witch, and actually week and steak. Some more about homophones. Are these familiar to you? They are quite funny actually. Let's take a look at one of these. For example, the first one. The bandage was wound around the wound. So the first one means actually wrapped, and the second one is the injury. These words are often the most difficult for learners of the English language. The sounds are alike, but the words are definitely spelled differently and have different meanings. We will talk about these in a future slide. Here are some more examples. Can you see how much I love English homophones? There are 5 basic rules of English spelling. Some have been discussed already in previous videos. So, for example, rule number 1 about the I before the E we discussed already. The Y that changes into I, rule number 2. For example, babies with the IES. Well, when it has a vowel in front of the Y, it doesn't change like in monkeys. The third rule was discussed in a previous video, the fourth doubling consonants as well, and the fifth is the F that turns to V for plurals, like in scarf, scarves, and thief, thieves. For more information on spelling, click on the link below this presentation. Okay, these three are very funny. They are, if pronounced fully, then you understand that the apostrophe RE is a contraction coming from the verb are. They are. There, in the middle one is a possessive adjective, so referring to something other people have or own, so their books. And there is, it's over there, an adverb or a pronoun. It's a place, location. Look at the languages, how you would pronounce they are in their car over there. Na pavimento, nanda din ang auto para A. In het Nederlands, ze zijn daar in hun auto. And in Spanish, in español, están en su auto por ahí. Yes, to have two cookies is too much. Huge differences between the words two, one with an O, with double O, and W-O. In English, you can see here the two with one O is a preposition, double O is an adverb, and the two is a number with W-O. You can see the translations in Pavimento, Dutch, and Spanish. Do you agree? Now about lose and lose. Well, one with one O, one with double O. Well, one O is the verb, of course. Let's take a look. Keep the lose change in your pocket so you don't lose it. With double O, yeah, all these coins. And lose is the verb. Yeah, you don't have these coins anymore. Okay, here is a bit more of an explanation. So lose means to suffer a loss or defeat. So I don't want to lose you. And loose with double O, it means it's not firm or not fitting. My shirt is too loose. In the 4 languages, you can see Papiamento says that the verb loose in English is perde in Papiamento. And the adjective is los. Blusa quita un poco los. In Dutch is verb verliezen. En bijvoorbeeld the shirt is een beetje losjes. And then in español, perder algo. And el pantalón está un poco suelto. Now it's a turn to then and then. Well, one with the AN and the other EN. Let's see what we can deal with here. So then I said he's cuter than you. Big difference between these. Well, the then with an A, that's comparison, and the then with an E En, that's a time element. So that's why you can compare. He is cuter than with an A, and then the time when, then I said it. Okay, and pavimento, it could be Q, más grande Q, e ora for time, then with the en. Dutch en dan is groter dan. En toen zagen we dat for the time element. En in español, que más grande que el otro. Y entonces lo vimos. It's the turn to these words. Right, in English, it's a contraction. You are. And your is an adjective, for example, your shoes. For who is angry, so contraction again. And then whose without the apostrophe s and the e at the end. It means whose book it's okay. And then we see what we mean with Papiamento, Dutch, and Spanish. Words ending in S-I-O-N, T-I-O-N, and C-I-O-N. So take a look at this chart. You see differences between these four languages. And for example, in English, expulsion, and then in Papiamento, expulsión, and in Dutch, expulsie, and then Spanish, expulsión. Similarities. But then, for example, the last column, suspicion, sospechar, verdenking, and sospechar, van sospechar, sospecha. Similar as these two, but in Dutch, totally different. Now we have added the ending suffix CTION, so action, reflection in English. Look at the differences, similarities between languages. Alrighty, let's practice. Click on the link underneath this video for the quiz spelling part 2. Good luck!